Hi, I thought I'd take a few moments to candidly explain the recent votes on TPA, TAA, and custom enforcement legislation. There's been a lot of confusion out there on all of these acronyms. There's lots of T's, lots of P's, and you name it, we have it. And I want to ease your concerns because ultimately this comes down to strengthening free trade and asserting America in our global economy. Let's start with TPA. This is the Trade Promotion Authority. This is not a secret deal. In fact, TPA was introduced in the House on April 17th. It was passed by the U.S. Senate on May 22nd, and then it was sent back to the House. And as I've mentioned on my website and other social media, it was created to outline the U.S. negotiating parameters and the way new trade proposals would move through the executive and legislative branches. I want to be clear. This legislation does not give President Obama authority to do whatever he wants. In fact, this legislation is necessary to ensure that members of Congress can see a proposed trade deal and then vote yes or no before it takes effect. If you have concerns trusting the President, you should be in favor of TPA because it requires congressional oversight, not just an executive signature like we've seen in the past. The President cannot keep you or your elected representatives in the dark, which is why we will now have the ability to see the text of any negotiations as they happen, not just when they're done. TPA and the Customs Enforcement Bill will also include safeguards that prevent the White House from interjecting their own policy agenda into trade deals down the road. In other words, the administration can't do what a lot of people are talking about, like add immigration or climate change parameters to promote trade agreements. Currency manipulation is also addressed in the related Customs Enforcement Bill. With the help of the Ways and Means Chairman Paul Ryan and Subcommittee Chairman Pat TPA, 4 other Michigan members and I helped make this possible in the days leading up to the vote because Michigan and America's workforce ought to have a level playing field in our global marketplace. To clarify, this package of legislation does not include TPP, or the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which is a proposed trade agreement with Canada, Mexico, and several Pacific nations. TPA legislation is required in order for the U.S. trade negotiations to complete TPP, should Congress decide to do so. It won't be done for several months, which explains why you haven't seen it yet. But I want you to know that I have read the draft of TPP, and I will continue to monitor the negotiations as they progress. Once TPP is finalized, TPA will require it to be available for the public viewing for 60 days prior to any vote, so there will be full transparency. And Congress will have the ability to kill it if it doesn't do enough to promote American free trade or meet the requirements of TPA. This is very important that Congress have that opportunity to vote up or down. If you look at the big picture, this is about more than opposing President Obama. These measures are not unprecedented. In fact, every president since Franklin Delano Roosevelt have had TPA. This new legislation will be around for years to come, the next president included. If we can set up these parameters now, new trade proposals can start rolling in. More trade is a good thing, and the U.S. has more to gain. In Michigan alone, trade supports 1.2 million jobs. In 2013 alone, our state exported $59 billion in goods. With 80% of the world's purchasing power outside the United States, we must do more to compete. So let's embrace American innovation, American jobs, and American trade. We can make that happen with more transparency and new oversight from Congress. Thank you for your continued interest and willingness to participate in this ongoing discussion. I will continue to give you updates as we move forward. Please feel free to contact me anytime with your thoughts or concerns. Thank you and have a great day.